Throw the records and the stats out the window, they mean absolutely nothing, because one of the premier NJCAA men's college basketball rivalries renews tonight. And if this one is anything like their first meeting this season, well then we all better buckle up our chin straps, because we're in for 40 minutes of non-stop intensity over 94 feet of hardwood. It's a backyard brawl between the visiting Montgomery College Germantown Gryphons going toe-to-toe with their older brother, the Montgomery College Rockville Knights. And we've got it all on Montgomery College television, starting now. From the Rockville campus of Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland, Montgomery College Television is proud to present NJCAA Men's College Basketball, with the Montgomery College Rockville Knights taking on the Montgomery College Germantown Gryphons. Hello everyone, I'm Michael Brown, and it is my pleasure to welcome in my partner for tonight's game, Joe Thompson. Joe, it's great to be back with you.
Well, Michael, it's great to be here for this game that's so important to two Montgomery College campuses.
Well, it sure is, Joe. And Joe, I know you played in some great rivalry games during your basketball career in college, but have you ever seen one quite like this one? We've got two different campuses from the same school, both teams putting it on the line for bragging rights tonight. And as always with this great rivalry, past is prelude. Now, these two teams met just about a month ago up in Germantown. And Joe, like I told you at the time, if I had $1 for every time a player hit the floor during that game, I could probably retire right now.
You're absolutely right about that, because if you invested in floor burns in this game, you'd probably be doing better than in the stock market right now. In the first game, emotions were high, as was the intensity, which really showed up on defense for both teams. Just about every shot was contested, which made for low shooting percentages for both teams. For Germantown, sophomore Brandon Sims really controlled the tempo for his team, scoring 14 points, getting 5 steals, and dishing 6 assists. Sophomore Dave Carlson and freshman John Taylor patrolled the paint, combining for 22 points and 21 boards. Germantown was aggressive offensively and went to the charity stripe often, but they missed 19 of those free throws, keeping Rockville in the game. The Knights were led by their guards Antoine Brown, Kamal Terrell, and Byron Herndon, who each finished in double figures, led by Brown's 18 points. As a team, the Knights made 5 of 11 three-point shots, with Herndon hitting 3 of the long-range bombs. Rockville's zone defense slowed down Germantown's fast-paced attack, forcing them to turn the ball over numerous times. In a typical knockdown, drag-out duel, the final score was Germantown 73, Rockville 66.
Well, Joe, that first game was a lot of fun to watch, and we have no reason to suspect that tonight's game will be anything different. As a matter of fact, tonight's game might even be a little more intense and a little more hard-fought, because Rockville does not want to lose 2 in a row to Germantown, and Germantown would like nothing better than to sweep the season series from their longtime rival. Before the game, Joe and I had a chance to sit down with both head coaches. We talked to them about the first game, what to expect this time around, and what it's going to take to win the game tonight.
Thought we played well. I think Germantown's got an outstanding team, and I think they're well coached. Do we match up with them particularly well? No, we don't.
It was just fiery in the gym. From the start, when I got here, it just felt like the energy was totally different, and the guys were competing on both ends. Coach Hobson's team was competing, and we were competing. It was all out war.
It was a physical game, and it's going to be that way. I mean, you're talking about rivalries.
Actually, we wish we could clone that effort every night. I wish I could bring that team. Actually, I wish I could put a burgundy and gold uniform on every team that we play in the Maryland JUCO, because for some reason, they seem to really play hard. And as I was telling my coaching staff, I call it the Duke Carolina of junior college basketball.
I think in the long run, we're the target. We've always been the target at Division III. And I would rather be in an underdog role personally. I'll be more than glad to let Germantown be the queen of the prom.
They were always at the top early on in my career, and of course, I always say our goals were to win the Maryland JUCO, but originally my goal was to beat Rockville. So when we've gotten to a point where we beat Rockville, you know, it has gotten them even more competitive. So, which it's a fun environment. We play Rockville, and of course we're both trying to be the king of the hills of Montgomery College.
We need to not let them have 2 shots, okay? We need to defend the shot. We need to close out well on the shot, and we can't turn the ball over. The style they play, they're very up-tempo. They want to get it down, they want to shoot it. Whereas this year for us, we'll push it. If we don't have it, we're gonna toss it around. And I think that's gonna make them paw and kind of foam at the mouth a little bit and make some defensive mistakes.
Well, we're playing on the road, which makes it 10 times more difficult than playing at home. So what we have to do, first of all, and I always say, we first of all have to make our free throws. Last game against Rockville, I think we missed 19 free throws, which was, I mean, we were very, very fortunate. And with a veteran crew, hopefully we'll be able to, you know, focus in and come in with a lot of intensity, which I think the guys will have anyway. So we just really need to focus up, and I think free throws and rebounding is going to be the key to winning this game.
Well, Joe, there's no question. Both these head coaches look at tonight's game as a tough one and an important one.
Well, Michael, this game has really huge ramifications when it comes to the Maryland JUCO standings, but also for bragging rights for both of these 2 campuses. And you can name any rivalry you really want to. You can say North Carolina versus Duke. You can say Ohio State versus Michigan. You can say Cats versus Dogs. You can say Tom versus Jerry. You can say, I don't know, even Sean Coburn versus Engineers. This one ranks right up there with the best of them.
Well, that is for sure. And, Joe, we're just a few minutes away now from the opening tip. So let's take a look at some of the keys to tonight's great rivalry game.
Key number 1 is the college experience. The Gryphons returned 5 sophomores from the number 4 team in the nation last year. Rockville is down to only 2 upperclassmen since fellow sophomore Darren Sheffield went out with a broken arm. If this game goes down to the wire, as these games usually do, experience in big games could turn the tide. Key number 2 is pass or fail. The Knights' new offense is centered around moving the ball. Germantown's defense is predicated on getting into passing lanes to get steals and easy layups. Rockville needs to have good player movement away from the ball and make crisp passes, or they'll be in for a long night. Key number 3, hitting the boards. Rockville has not been out-rebounded this season, and Germantown coach Xavier Joyner feels defensive rebounding has been the Gryphons' Achilles heel all year. Whichever team grabs the most missed shots could grab the win. Key number 4, the charity strike. Germantown missed 19 foul shots in the first meeting. If this game is close near the end, as these games usually are, free throw shooting could be the difference maker.
So get ready for the best local college basketball rivalry going, bar none. Basketball at its most intense, non-stop till the final buzzer. Joe and I'll be right back with the starting lineups and the opening tip after this.